Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins gives way to Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Vikings send out their punter. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Go. 280. This time, 7.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Kill. Check. Hot. Check. Walk 54.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Bravo.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Eat. No game on this defense, no game. 46 down, man, 5-4. Hey, Haywood. What's your son?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. That one good for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Kill. Hey, echo. Mike's by 4. Check.
Wentz now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280. 54 Mike. I got it. Slam. Lefty. It's Ray 57. Hey, whoa. 54's Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. Going right side here, and that's complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They run, Cook, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
14-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Quickly here, and that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins now. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Vikings send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
SOS. 82, 82.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Two jet. Wait,
now Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Get some space. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Go. 180.
54 Mike. Come on. Kill.
81. Hey, exit.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz, he'll buy some time right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
Hey, Rip 5-2, out here. Hey, high 7.
Check Mike. Watch 55. Watch the run. We're soft, baby.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Completes it to Samuel. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 42.
And the Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings' 43-yard line.
Done. 180.
Mike spot 4. Here we go.
Forward, Tokyo. Hey, Alpha.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, D.
What's your son? Son.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Kill. Turn up.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
First down.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Into the secondary again. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
Watch out.
They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Great 15, great 15. 61, matchbox, light.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go, back man. 180.
Mike 54, no chance.
74, 74. Hey, Zoo.
54, Mike. Quit talking about it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Mike 54. Watch the run. Mike 54, Mike 54.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
Yeah, let's get a second.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got Shacky. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Gonna get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Corky, 82, Corky.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle.
Hey, Delta. Done.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and short.
3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
This time 7.
55, Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Wentz to throw again. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Graham Gano on for the field goal. A 38-yard.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wild Card bout. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. This is Lewis. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, team. Kill. Hey, orbit.
Mike's by four.
I'm trying to collect.
He's checking.
5'9".
Wentz going to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
6'7".
Check Mike.
Five.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Mike 55.
It's been a long day for you.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the screen. No.
Cook following the penalty. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They go play action. Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
120. Come on.
You must be dreaming.
Kill. Kill.
54. Mike 54.
On 2nd down, it's Lewis. About 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Bravo.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Wentz now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%.
46 down, man, 5-4. Hey, over here.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Kill. Hey, Haywood.
From the 24, Wentz. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, kill. Hey, forward, kill. Here, shift. Hey, echo.
It's coming this way. Here we go.
They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. This from 36 yards out. Gano's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, a piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 12 yards there, 1st down, Vikings.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to zip through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Again, it's Cook.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
Greystone, travel.
Watch the screen.
Line out.
On 1st down, Cook. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Man 5-7. Go.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On 1st down, Wentz. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wentz to throw. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now Wentz. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number one cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 44, Cousins. Complete. Smith has it.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Vikings.
Don't get nervous. Check 50. Check 50. 25. Check 25.
Here we go, 48.
First down. Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on first down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 19 yards away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those. Yeah,
I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking to throw on second down. Wentz looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight 15, straight 15.
55, Mike.
Move.
Eat.
I'm coming. I'm coming. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Again, it's Wentz. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo. Hang in there.
Now Wentz again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.